Hey guys, it's Kelly here again and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another bullet journal related video. As usual, I will start you off with a flip through of my April theme, which was a purple magic potion theme. And if you want to check that out and how I created this theme, I will have a link to the video up in the cards. But basically it's just potions and potion bottles and a little bit of magic and sparkles here and there. And I really like how the habit tracker, for instance, turned out, because it has all these potion bottles that are filled up depending on whether I did the habit. And yeah, I really like the theme. I like the sketchiness of it. And for the May theme, I decided to go with fish, but not just any fish. I decided to go with the betta fish. Now, I am not great at realism or animal anatomy, but I did my best to make the fishies look like betta fish. And if you don't know, that's one of, I think, at least here in my country, it's one of the most popular home fishies that you can get and look after in an aquarium. I used to have these along with guppies when I was young. I didn't, of course I was a kid, I didn't really pay much attention to them because, I mean, it's an aquarium full of fishies. And I remember bothering my parents to get a cat. I have been wanting to have a cat since I was in kindergarten, and I wanted it for years, and every year I would wish for cats on my Santa Claus list or for my birthday. And then one day I got an aquarium full of fish because, you know, that's the same thing as a cat. So yeah, I had a few guppies and a few betta fish, and I actually don't know if that's how you pronounce it in English. I'm sorry, that's how you spell it, you know, B-A-T-T-A. So I'm sorry, B-E-T-T-A. So yeah, that's what we call them here. They're one of the most common freshwater fishes that you can have. They're very beautiful, especially the male fish. Those are the ones that I chose to draw on my bullet journal theme because they have these beautiful fins and tails that are all kinds of colors, all kinds of patterns, and they're just really beautiful. And as long as you take care of them well enough, they can just be very, very beautiful. The female fish of this particular one are really, boring. Honestly, they're very boring, and they don't have at all fishies. So these are kind of like the peacocks of the fishes. That's how I at least imagine them. So yeah, they're very beautiful, and I decided that I would use those tails to make different patterns in blue colors. And also, if you've been watching my bullet journal videos, you would know that I keep track of the colors that I use throughout the year so I don't repeat too many. And this is the final blue theme that I'm allowing myself to use this year because I already have blue in 3 of my themes. It's only prominent in one of them, but still, like, it's too much. There's other colors out there, they're gonna feel bad. I don't want to make any colors feel bad, so from now on, I'm not allowed to use blue, even though blue is my favorite color and I think it looks the best so on my spreads. So yeah, this is gonna be a toughie because now I am depriving myself of my favorite color. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, this is a prominently blue theme. And for the opening, the intro, no, I'm sorry, I'm still on my head is all about work right now, so I'm mixing up my words. But for my cover page, I drew 2 of these fishes with the big tails. I only drew male fish because they have beautiful tails. You're not really supposed to have too many male betta fish, I think, in your aquarium because they are, were they meat eaters? I don't remember. I just remember that you can have like 2, maybe 3, so they don't fight each other or something. But yeah, they look really pretty when you draw them, and they're all flowy, and their tails with the different colors and patterns. It's just really beautiful, so I decided to draw only the male fish. So for my cover page, I have 2 fishies kind of intertwined or swimming together. For my overview of the month, I made only little boxes where I would draw in the days, and May has 6 weeks. This year, sorry, it has 6 weeks this year. So I had to make my squares a little bit smaller. So I don't know how much I'm gonna fit. I have to write really tiny this month. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Thankfully, I don't usually have much going on. My work schedule is kind of hectic, so you know, I think we'll make it work. And next to the little boxes, I drew some seaweed with some air bubbles, but you won't see that till the flip through, I think, because I wasn't really sure what to do for my overview. At first I was gonna draw fishes in the background, like a pattern, but that seemed like so much work, and it also kind of took away from the other accented fish in my spread, so I decided to keep this spread a little bit simpler. On the next page, I have my habit tracker and my mood tracker, and my whole idea for the betta fish theme was this particular one because I really wanted to draw this really big fish and use the different patterns and colors that they have in their fins and in their tail as a mood tracker. So that's kind of what gave birth to the whole theme idea. So I drew this big fish with all of its fins and tails spread out, and I drew little numbers for all of the days of the month. And my idea is that I'm going to use 4 different colors of blue to create a pattern depending on how I feel during the month, and use the colors as a mood tracker. So we'll see how it goes. I have an idea in my head. I feel like it will look really cool, but in the end we'll see how I fill it out, because I thought that my bubbles for my potion spread were gonna look really cool once I filled them in, but they ended up looking kind of funky. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. And for my habit tracker, I just have a normal table, and I'm gonna draw in bubbles for every time I do a certain habit. On the next page, I had very simple seaweed in both ends and some bubbles, and that's where I'm gonna write down all of my books and my TV shows and movies that I watch. I mentioned this in my previous spread, but I like keeping these 2 pages kind of empty so I can fill it up as much as I need to, because lately I've been reading a lot and I've been watching a lot of stuff, so I have a lot to write down. So keeping it empty is easier for me to fill in for the month. Now the next one, I have my to-do list and my social media tracker. And for my social media, I just have a table where I track my subscribers and how many posts I make, and a box on the bottom to add ideas. And for my to-do list, I drew this jar with tiny little fishies. And if you've had aquarium fish in your life, you would probably know that when a female fish gives birth, you need to separate, or at least for the guppy and for the betta, you need to separate the babies in a different jar so that the adult fish don't eat them. Yeah, they're pretty vicious. It's a vicious fish cycle. So yeah, I thought it would look really cute if I made this jar with tiny fishies, and I would write my to-do list in it. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I didn't have anything to write on my to-do list for the month of April because I was vacation. I took a vacation, so I had some free time basically, and I didn't have much to do. So yeah, we'll see if I fill the jar up. And for the last page is just my usual. I have my sleep tracker and my bills tracker that are marked with little bubbles, and on the bottom I have like a brain dumpy kind of thing where I just jot down some thoughts and quotes if I have any for the month. So we are into a flip through of my monthly spread. You can see that I added some dark accents and some shadows and some blue here and there just to make it pop a little bit better. Once it fills up, I think it would look a lot better. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe if you like what you see and would like to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.